You hear me?
Dude,
Okay,
can you hear me?
Try again.
No, it's me.
I know, but I can see that my voice is working now. I got like that little bar.
Yeah.
I
went to my piece of shit headset that I got instead of my fucking expensive setup.
I got the bar now, so I could tell when I'm talking.
Wow.
That's crazy. It's almost like WKRP in Cincinnati. That was a song by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I hate this headset. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I sound like shit though now on this thing.
You sound fine to me.
Yeah, well I had a high fidelity setup and now it's like really low grade.
Now you're low fidelity.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit now. I
It's
bought
the
all this expensive equipment that doesn't work.
It's the Quaaludes of earpieces.
Yeah. It's the generic drug. The generic drug of audio.
I had some good shit to talk about the other day, man, but I've been so damn busy.
Yeah.
It's snowing here today, by the way. Snowing.
Wow. Dude, it's 95 here during the day.
I'll send you a picture.
I went to Fort Myers Beach the other day, and you can, like, walk right to the bar, have a cocktail, walk right back to the beach.
Oh, shit.
Or you could walk right over to Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen is like 20 feet off the beach. You could just, in your flip-flops, you could walk in the Dairy Queen.
Fuck.
And there's a line there, and there's just a bunch of people just in their swimsuits waiting to get a fucking shake. So I go up there, and I'm like, I need a chocolate shake. And he pulls out this little cup. I'm like, no. I'm like, give me a bigger cup. Gets the next size cup. I'm like, no, what's the biggest cup you got in this place? He pulls off this granddaddy sized cup.
That reminds me of our
I had like a quart of chocolate shake. It was like $7.
Remember our strawberry idea? Strawberry and banana?
Dude, that was so good. I didn't even need lunch, dude. I just had the biggest chocolate shake you could buy. It was fucking awesome. Then I could just chug it and walk right back to the beach, went right back in the ocean. You know, if I'm going on Naked and Afraid, I'm gonna go outside and walk around with no shoes on for a while before I go. It's like, dude, do you not realize you're gonna have no shoes on the whole time? It's like, they get off the fucking truck and they start walking through fucking sticks. They can't even take one step.
I'm gonna take a Red Rhino male enhancement pill.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what did you think? They were going to give you shoes?
That was brought to you by Red Rhino and Magnum.
Stupid,
condoms.
Man.
Remember your Magnum or the Derringer for you shorties.
Yeah. You got to be pretty well hung, I think, to go on that show in the first place.
Well, you don't want to get like stage fright and like shrivel up. Woo. Take one of them.
There's nothing worse than getting on the show and the first thing she does is like point and laughs at you. When you meet her.
The only thing
she points and giggles.
She plays that song on her phone. Don't want no short man. Itsy bitsy. And you know what? That's why you take that pill.
Yeah, you have to.
You walk in there and you're like, oh, is it sunny out? Here's some shade.
Yeah.
You swing your shade over toward her.
Careful, I might trip on this.
Don't
trip on this thing.
She's like, oh, it's raining. You're like, stand under my cock. You're dry. It's like a pavilion.
I could light a fire with this thing. It's like an extra tool.
What you do is you get a bunch of branches and then you lay down and you're like, okay, now build a teepee off of my cock. I'll be the center pole.
Right.
I'm sure those shows have happened. They probably kick them right off. There's probably a contract. There's like a certain amount of touching. It's just like, there's only so much.
You can't say nothing. They probably tell you don't say nothing about his cock.
Oh, they do it, but they blurred all that. But like when you're cold, naked, and afraid in the jungle, like you could hug, you could spoon, but you can't penetrate. It's probably in the contract. No penetration whatsoever.
Huh.
I'll be like, forget it. I came to
It's
the
like,
wrong.
you get to bring like your own tool.
Yeah.
It's like you bring some condoms.
Yeah.
She's like, what are those for?
You bring a male enhancement pill. You're like, what? He's like, hey, we got to build a tent. All we need is a blanket, and we got a pup tent. You tell her. All we need is a blanket, and we have shelter.
My tool I'm bringing is a box of Pop-Tarts and a toaster.
I would bring one of those microorganism straws that filters out. You could drink right out of a puddle.
Yeah. They probably don't let you do that. They'd rather have you get malaria than do that.
They're like, we want to see some good diseases. Makes for better ratings.
You gotta get a parasite at least of some sort.
Right? You're like, the first thing you ask them is do they have malaria infested mosquitoes here? Because I forgot to get the shot.
Oh, I'm sure you gotta get like 20 shots before you go on the show.
You got to sign like a waiver that takes a week for your lawyer to read. That's what happens. Oh, that's fucked up.
I want to do that show. It's like something race or something. Amazing Race. We got to do that show.
You're nuts.
You and me could do that show.
Ah, that's stupid, man. If I was going to do anything, I'd do like the Ninja Warrior.
Oh, you can't do that. You're too old, man. You're way too old for that. You could have did that maybe 20 years ago.
They got dudes like me up there.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they got 50-year-olds. Look up the oldest one.
Yeah, maybe one.
Yeah, one or two.
Yeah.
The ones that were like born with the good genes and fucking, hey, I could do 10. I did 20. I changed it. I did 10 and then 10. I should have kept going to see how many I could do. I did 10 chin-ups with my middle fingers only.
When?
I'll send you the video about a month ago, 2 months ago. And let me see you do that over there.
How many can you do with just normal chin-ups, you think?
I don't know. That's what I said. I should have just kept going. I called it the chin-up challenge, so I videoed it because I've never done something like that. I'm like, how about this chin-up challenge for all you fatties out there? I may be the only one that can do it. I doubt it. But, well, here's how it started. My friend's like, I got this chin-up bar to hang over the door. And I'm like, all right. And he's like showing me, hey, I could do chin-ups. And I'm like, I did them more than him with my middle finger. Bleep, bleep. He's like, oh, but you're light. I'm like, hey, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. What matters is I can win the Ninja Warrior with this. And you can't with your flabby arms that can't hold yourself with all the fingers.
I noticed one thing about being in Florida. It's like, where I come from before this, everybody was fat. But down here, like, very few people are fat.
Well, here's the cool part. I videotaped both 10 rep sessions. Okay, so you could tell they're different. But I didn't like the way I did the first one, so I did it again. I should have just kept going and did like 15 or whatever I could have done. Doubt me. But anyway, I'll send you those. Put them on our website, on the podcast. Remember we said we needed more content on our website?
Yeah.
There's one. We'll call it here's why I changed it. I remember. I called it the Pinky Chin-Up Challenge, but it wasn't pinkies. It was my middle finger. So then I changed it to just the Chin-Up Challenge. So I videoed it twice. And go to our website and look at the video. It'll be our first video. And I'm 50. You can't even do them. I'm 50, dude.
No, you're not.
I turned 50. I'm 32, really, 28, somewhere around there. Physically. But mentally, I'm 67. And
mentally, you're about 14.
Yeah.
It's probably closer to the truth.
True.
Dude, a hippo now is invading. A hippo will kill you, man. That's the most dangerous thing. A hippo's coming into their camp right now. They're gonna get mauled by a hippo.
Mentally, I'm the 14-year-old the grandfather that acts like the 14-year-old just to get kicks on everything. But I've been doing it my whole life. It was meant to be. You hear me now?
I heard this one farmer was bitching about Trump.
He probably voted for him.
He did. He said he voted for him, and then he was complaining about him. I'm like, well, serves you right.
Here's what you do.
Serves you right. You shouldn't have voted for that prick. You fucked up, dude.
Here's what Donald Trump did. He humiliated the shit out of Hillary Clinton because he outvoted her somehow, however he did it. I'm not even gonna get into that. But she must feel like, man, they voted for that dude instead of me. Fuck. That's like,
well, because she was a woman. You know how many people are not going to vote for a woman?
pretty much.
Yeah.
No men are. And
A lot of men won't, no matter what, no matter who it is.
There might be a few that will, but not many.
That was her big fault, was that she was a woman, man. If that was just the case.
What she should have done was, she should have divorced Bill and gave him everything. And then said, hey, look, I'm one of those women you never thought was real.
Yeah. No, that happens now. You got women now that...
There's a lot of bitter divorced men that would have never voted her in just because of that, just because they were married once.
Yeah.
No, I'm not voting for her. I don't care how stupid Donald Trump is. I was married to one of them girls. I'm just saying, it's not everybody, but I'm sure
it had something to do with it.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. They're still out there. Once all these old white men finally croak, which isn't soon enough, I should say, a lot of shit's gonna get better.
Well, she won't run again because Bill won't let her, because there were some times I looked at him in the audience thinking he was like sweating bullets with the bullshit that was being said. He's like, you're not putting me back in front of that again. No way. I say we retire.
Oh, she ain't gonna run again. There's no way.
She's too humiliated.
No way. There's no way that'll happen.
It's just people haven't realized it's a business deal. It's a giant puppet show. That's a huge multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar business deal.
Yeah.
Millions ain't even shit. Billions and trillions are getting thrown around, and everyone's laughing. Except us.
Yeah, all these TV stations make a fortune off this shit from advertisements and shit.
Yeah. The crazier these people are, the better it is for the show. It's like the circus. He's Pinocchio, and he's after the road show. That's our president. President Pinocchio. And you know what? These other countries kind of make fun a little bit, but they're just on the coattails of everyone else anyway. It's a system that everyone's been following.
Yeah, that's no better there.
What's that chick's name? Amanda, whatever the heck, that senator. She's got all the exact ideas that would work. That's why we're not going to do them. It's America.
Did you hear her ripping the dude from the drug company the other day?
Yeah.
That was classic, dude. That was just classic.
It's the truth, but the thing is, nothing will ever become of it. And if every politician was her, maybe something would happen. But there's one person and the rest of all the other snakes.
Yeah, the simple question is, a few people are making millions of dollars off other people's suffering.
Right.
It's that simple.
I watched that interview. She was right. And he laughed. He was laughing at her. He was like, you know what? I asked my boss if we could have you silenced, but he wouldn't let me.
Yeah, he don't care. He's making millions of dollars. He don't
He
give a
don't
shit.
give a shit. He could have had her silenced, but she's too much in the news.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're not gonna whack her. Give her a couple years before when she gets fat, and then no one recognizes her anymore, like that singer from American Idol.
They're just gonna pay for whoever runs against her. They're just gonna finance their fucking, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, wait till you run again, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna finance your competitor.
Exactly.
So there's nothing you can do. You can't stop it.
Gay always trumps black when it
You
comes
think?
to politics.
I don't know about that. Lately it has. I mean, if you're black and gay, holy shit.
Then you got it made.
You're in.
If you're a black gay woman, you got it.
A black gay woman?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I wish I was a black gay woman. You know, being a woman of color that I am,
Right?
I know more about this shit than most.
You know how many times a day I'd be like, oh no, you didn't. I'd be like, I'm trying to do all the phrases. I haven't used them. Oh no, you didn't.
I'd be saying that 5 times a day.
I'd be saying it all the time. Oh hell no, this is my house.
Yeah.
That, you don't get to see them videos. Yeah, I just made a fresh pot of tea. Yeah, my grandson is a hoodlum. I've been telling a long time about this. His parents don't seem to understand because they play video games all day. And they don't even know how to make these crumpets that grandma taught me.
You know how many fat, lazy white dudes there are that just sit around and play video games all day? It's like a fucking epidemic.
Right? Those are the same guys that buy Toll House cookies in the roll. They don't make them by scratch. I taught her how to make the dumplings.
They just eat the dough raw. They don't even cook it. It's like,
I taught my granddaughter how to make dumplings. I'm trying to bring back the heritage that was passed down to me, the chicken and dumpling.
damn, I could use some chicken and dumplings right now.
Hell yeah. Check this out. How did waffles and chicken ever go together? It was like they had
Not
batter.
for me. I hate that.
No, did they have batter like left over from the chicken? So they're like, we can make some waffles. Boy, fill up. It's only 4 pieces of chicken and 18 waffles.
Well, shit in the South's weird. Like I went to Cracker Barrel down here, and I'm like, I'd like a ham and cheese omelet, and they're like, we don't make omelets. I'm like, what? I mean, but every single thing came with grits. Every single breakfast choice had grits on it. Up north, at the Cracker Barrel up north, is there grits on the menu at all?
Do they have omelets though?
No.
Not even up north?
Up north, do they?
I don't know. I've never been there. This message was brought to you by...
Oh, you won't go to Cracker Barrel, I forgot.
Nope.
Because they're anti-gay.
Yep. This message was brought to you by the Cracker Barrel, or the lack thereof. No, my friend asked...
You won't go to Cracker Barrel because they don't like gays.
My friend is gay. He said, don't go to Cracker Barrel. So I never went to Cracker Barrel. But I'll go to Chick-fil-A or all those other ones. I don't give a fuck. Hobby Lobby and all that shit. He never said nothing about that. I thought I was going to be able to buy colored pencils.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Cracker Barrel? That sounds like you're making fun of me. Cracker Barrel. It's a barrel full of crackers up in that place.
It just seems like it must be location based. How do they not have an omelet? Fucking a Cracker Barrel.
They're starting to lose their skills. Like, actually, if you've noticed at, can we mention names of restaurants without getting in trouble?
We're mentioning Cracker Barrel.
I'm talking about the other Cracker Barrel. The cracker, like the white dude cracker. It's a different whole word. It's cracker.
Cracker Barrel.
C-R-A-C-K-A.
Maybe that's where the name Cracker Barrel, maybe that has something to do with it.
That's what I said. That's why I won't go. Because more I thought about it, I'm like, they're making fun of us. There ain't a black dude in this bitch. This is the Cracker Barrel. A barrel of crackers.
Yeah, because they all go to Denny's, right?
They all go
to Waffle House.
They all get kicked out of Denny's before they don't order and don't pay. Oh, did I say that? I'd be like, here's the solution to that problem. So let's just say that
you pay up front. That's what you should have to do at a restaurant.
That's what they're saying. They're making a lot of people skip out on their bill. So, which I'm a good tipper. Like this goes on the waitress or whatever. So when you skip out, it's not robbing from Robin Hood, taken from the rich. It goes right to the poor waitress.
Yeah.
So anyway, if I was in that position where my nationality was known for robbing or killing people, oh wait, it was. Anyway, then I would be like, I'd walk in, here's a 50, like you're prepaying for gas. I would like make them look stupid with it. I'm not sure what I'm going to eat. I might have a donut. Here's another $2. You're like sitting up there making them look stupid. Oh, wait, you got chocolate milk? Here you go, $3. How much is it? Hold on. Make a big scene in the place about prepaying. They won't ask you to do that again. Right? You make this huge order and then you make them ring it up so you know the exact total. Then you add stuff every time they come back. Oh, no, wait, no, forget about them pancakes. They got raisin bread.
This fucking internet waiting list bullshit pisses me off. You ever see this? It's like you go online and you put yourself on the waiting list online before you go somewhere, which is a bunch of bullshit. Like I'm going to get my hair cut, right? And
dude walks right in ahead of you?
Yeah, because he went online and fucking put his fucking name in there before I got there. And then he fucking shows up and I'm sitting there waiting and he just walks right in front of me.
They have that at the dispensaries here, and I never really thought about it till now.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
We should kick his ass, right? He comes in. You're one of those waiting list guys, aren't you?
And it's always these young person, like, what's if some old dude shows up and he don't fucking go online and puts himself on the waiting list? It's like, that's a bunch of horse shit. You show up, you get on the waiting list, you asshole. That's what I'm saying. Cracker Barrel has that too. I'm on their website right now looking to see if they have omelets. You could get on the waiting list, right? I should get on the waiting list for like the one up in Naperville right now.
Don't even know.
I'm in Florida. I'm going to get on the waiting list. I'm going to put a number of guests, like 8 guests. 12 guests.
If they ever call you on it, say, hey, I wasn't sure, anything could happen. So I thought I'd get on the waiting list just in case I fly to Chicago tonight.
Yeah. I got on a waiting list. Hey, I got on a waiting list for a haircut too, just in case I wanted a haircut. I'm getting prepared. I'm getting on like 10 different waiting lists right now.
You show up. Wait. You show up. Hey, I'm on the waiting list. Get the fuck out of my way. I get my balls waxed. They itch.
I might get my hair cut or I might not.
I just thought I'd come and cock block your haircut.
Yeah,
I can't.
I don't even want a haircut.
My computer's faster than yours. Actually, I'm gonna go get an oil change. Or maybe not.
I'm just getting on every waiting list I can find.
That's what you tell the dude. Or maybe not. Or maybe I only have 1,500 miles on my motherfucker.
That's just stupid, this fucking thing. Right. It's like favors the millennials.
I wonder if they have those for court. It's like, I'm on the waiting list. You're there first. They're like beating out the lawyers. There's a waiting list? Fuck. I waited to the end of this bitch, cause my name is Azalea.
You just plead guilty online, you just fucking go click a box on an app.
I'm
not guilty.
Dude, it just happened to me. I forgot I had a court date. Oh God. For a seatbelt. And
so you missed the court date?
Yeah, you're
a dipshit.
I know.
God.
Cause Dude, I had it in mind, like, on the back of my head, like, for a million minutes, and then all of a sudden, bling, I'm like, today's what? The 21st? Oh, fuck.
Next time tell me and I'll put it in my calendar. And I'll call you out.
Next time I get pulled over for a seatbelt, I'm gonna jump out with a black water gun. Go down in a hail of gunfire. They'll be like, he did suicide by police. What did he do? That fucking seatbelt, man.
Damn you law-breaking asshole.
I should have just fucking gave him a fucking automatic seatbelt car from 1984. Dude, it was a bad day, dude. Like, dude, we waited till 2 for this dude to show up with the materials, and he doesn't show up with the gas pipe. He brings fucking PVC pipe instead of fucking cast iron gas pipe. So I jump in my car. I'm like, I'll go get it. So I get a ticket. I wasn't even thinking about my fucking seatbelt. I'm in the mountains. I just get to the bottom of the mountains. Wham. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It should be illegal to pull you over for a seatbelt.
It's so fucking bullshit.
They should be able to give it to you if they pull you over for something else, but just to pull you over for that should be illegal. That's entrapment.
You know what?
That's entrapment.
He was riding next to me and I'm like not even thinking, dude. And all of a sudden he slows down, gets behind me. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm thinking, what did I do? I know I flicked a booger. Is that against the law now, flicking boogers? It's about equal to a seatbelt. Flicking a booger, seatbelt, booger. I'd make the booger law first, then the seatbelt. How about wiping a booger on your seatbelt? That would be against the law.
Fucking seatbelt law is stupid.
If I want to go through the windshield at 65 miles an hour, that's my prerogative.
Yeah, they're just getting in your business is all they're doing. Can't mind their own business for 2 minutes.
So they're like, it's $70.
I like these idiots who, like, they try to build a shelter before they find water, before they find food. It's like...
Yeah, it's way away from the water.
I'm like, dude, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find my water and food first.
He's trekking like 10 miles a day for water. It's like, if you just went a quarter mile a day carrying your hut.
Yeah.
And then in about a month, you'll probably be there by the water. You have a lakefront view.
This shit's only real if you're out here for like 6 months or something. That's fucking real. 21 days, shit. That's nothing.
I'm starting to believe none of that's real. It used to be real,
it ain't
and now
real.
it's just a show. Like,
it's fake.
Like, Deadliest Catch. Now that those guys are millionaires, it's just done on a stage with a big swimming pool. The whole show.
The whole thing's CGI'd. It's not even real.
It has to be, because they've been drunk since they made the money. They haven't been straight since.
There aren't that many crabs left in the ocean.
Right? And who even eats that much crab? I mean, I like crab, but I'm not like going and getting none right now. Not last week or fucking, I don't even remember.
I don't even like it. I don't even like the shit.
9 times out of 10, you're probably not even eating crab. If it says crab cake, that might not be crab. Might be synthetic crab.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times when they say it's lobster, it ain't even lobster.
Right? Lobster roll. There's like 2 little, there's lobster spray. It's like, it's made by, I can't believe it's not butter. Spray. Same company. You're like,
not even real.
You could have lobster toast in the morning. 3 pumps is toast.
Wow. Does that exist?
Probably. I don't know.
I've never seen that. It's a good idea, though.
If we said it exists.
Lobster spray.
It's coming out tomorrow by, I can't believe it's not butter. Spray.
You have lobster flavored toast.
We're going to have to get Fabio. You think he still has the hair? It's all gray. Try our lobster spray. Whatever happened to Fabio? I think he talked too much.
Yeah.
You don't hear about him anymore.
Well, he's probably all flabby now. He probably has a gut, and he's got a big old gut.
He's got a big old head of gray hair, long gray hair. He needs us to bring him back with the lobster spray thing, dude. Someone's got to bring that dude back.
You ever try the CBD stuff?
You're like, I can't believe it's not lobster.
I've been taking CBD.
You're such a wussy. There's CBD in all weed, dude.
I know, but I'm doing it just so I could, like, calm down and, like, mellows you out. It does work if you buy the right shit.
Whatever.
It does. I take it.
I believe you. Okay. Afghanistan is the best weed. I don't know why. We don't even smoke weed in Afghanistan.
I think they make rope out of it.
They make baskets to carry the heroin.
Yeah. They use your weed to carry the heroin. Carry the poppy plants.
Yep. That's what they do with the hemp.
That's probably true. And we're probably paying for that. We're subsidizing it somehow.
They're sending us the buds. They're just keeping the stems to make the baskets. Yeah, and we're subsidizing it somehow. We're calling it medicine or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, we're paying them not to grow vegetables.
You still there?
Yeah.
You ever notice when you shit your pants, it's always in the wrong place? It's not like in the bathroom or like the laundry room, or it's always like at a meeting or something like that.
Why? What happens is like you think you're gonna fart and then you just shit.
Yeah, one of those. You kind of knew it because when you woke up that morning, you weren't quite feeling right, but you just didn't pay close enough attention to how possible it was.
Wow.
And then, I was like in line at Walmart.
You know what's funny?
Like in the shower or something where you could just cleanse.
Dude, that never ever happened to me. But you know what's funny that you mentioned that? I mean, when I say it never happened to me, that like never happened to me my whole life. But
and
like,
you need to eat more vegetables.
A couple months ago, that happened for the first time.
Really?
It actually happened to me.
It's kind of like the first time you had you ejaculated, but it's way worse.
Yeah. Well, here's what I was thinking. I let a big one rip, and then I thought, damn, I'm fucking wet. I fucking looked at my whole fucking underwear was fucking trashed.
This is brought to you by...
What the fuck happened? I swear that never happened to me in my life.
This message was brought to you by 2-Ply Underwear by Hanes.
I'm trying to think about where I was.
Did you have Chipotle before that day?
I just threw everything out I was wearing. I was like, fuck it.
Alright. Came back naked.
I didn't even want to fucking deal with it.
Okay, that's cool. Where were you? Was it a convenient place for this to happen?
Yeah, it was. It was convenient enough where I could throw everything out. But I thought to myself, how the fuck does that happen? That never fucking happened.
It never happens like in the shower. You're like, oh damn, okay, I'm clean, blah blah blah, a little more soap, I'm done. But not that. It's always like somewhere.
I didn't even think it was possible.
Yeah, it's possible. That's when my friend's father-in-law, he's about, I don't know, this dude's about 30 or so his father-in-law's maybe a little older than me or whatever. He goes, you know you're getting old when you can't trust a fart.
I think that could be a real thing. So now when I'm out in the field, I'm like gun shy, you know, like I'm afraid to pull the trigger. I'm just gonna keep that. I'm just gonna hold that in.
You're like, you have problem with your bowels? No. You have problems with like leakage? No. Well, you might have to wear the Depends. Sometimes you need them. Depends.
Yeah.
It's like a freak accident bear.
They got like camouflage. Depends.
They're pretty thin. They're pretty thin little ones. They're hardly even noticeable. Look, this guy's wearing a Speedo and you could barely see him underneath.
Holy shit. Dude, that's weird.
It's for the time that you never thought.
I was in the ocean the other day, and
They're like, for people 50 and older, it says on there. Like, you know how the diapers are 3 months and 5 months? These are, say, 50 and older. They should put them on there. Right?
I was out there for like an hour straight. Just floating there. It was the water temperature was like 84-ish.
That could be it. Maybe you picked up some kind of parasite.
No, this happened a while ago. I think I might have still been in Kentucky when this happened. Yeah, I had to have been in Kentucky.
Is there an age on adult diapers?
No, I think it could happen to anybody at any time. I don't think there's an age.
It says these are for 60 and older, 70 and older. That's when they're thicker.
Let me check.
They have a reservoir by the time 70 and older. It has the overflow reservoir.
You know you're old when you can't trust a fart.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that in the old folks home when I'm there.
Here's the real sad fucking part: is
it's like when you got a stand-up routine for the old folks home.
You have the old jokes.
Yeah.
You're like, I bought a Corvette the other day. I woke up, my hair was gray. Fuck.
Yeah. That's real popular down here.
Anyway, here's the sad part are you still there?
Yeah, I was reading about Depends.
Okay, it depends on how old you are. It depends on, I wonder, no, I'm not even gonna say this. Damn, I was going way in there.
Yeah, don't go that far.
The sad part is how I walked in another room to get a beer, and that's what I came up with. On the way back.
You're like, what am I gonna talk about?
I'm like, I'm about to talk about, hey, you know you never shit in a place that your pants where it's convenient, like, maybe the underwear. Maybe you're in the underwear aisle and you're like, it triggers it. Like, you avoid some certain thing. It's like a mental condition, kind of like compulsive behavior. But because it happened there, every time you go there, it triggers that later. Like my grandma's like, I can't ride the escalator. Why? I got sick. I'm like, I could do a handstand, double fucking wangy board grab off this bitch, grandma. What's up? Well, I'm old now. And we used to joke that.
Yeah, now I get dizzy on the fucking deal.
What do you mean you get dizzy, grandma? Well, shut your eyes.
Yeah, just enjoy it. Enjoy the dizziness.
You're going to the mall, so you get her some motion sickness pills. We're going to the mall and we're riding that escalator this time. She's like, she couldn't ride an escalator, but she could ride an elevator. I don't know which one's more dangerous. I'm going to say, look that one up. How many people die on escalators every year? It's two types of death. One's like a splat and one is more like a cheese grater. I think I'll take my chances in the elevator. I heard you could jump at the end.
I can handle the elevator, but I don't know if I can handle the escalator anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
It's happening, man. You're shitting your pants. You can't handle the escalator. Yeah. It's all downhill from now. Pretty soon, you're going to be tucking your t-shirt in your underwear.
Wear fucking black socks and some sandals to the beach.
What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying?
I think on Naked and Afraid it should be like against the rules to build a fucking bra. Like here she built a whole bikini.
Yeah, that's bogus.
It's like, that's against the rules, man.
I would just get a banana peel.
Here she's wearing a fucking bikini.
Hey, a banana hammock. Bing, and swing it around.
The dude's upset. He's like, dude, what are you doing wearing a bikini for? I came on the show to look at a naked broad.
You're like, does this mean we're not going, you know. Yeah.
It's not Naked and Afraid anymore.
I guess we're not doing the You start making up some noises like, we're not gonna, you know, apparently we're not gonna, none of that.
Gonna wear a fucking bikini she fucking knits. Fucking.
Okay. You reach over, all you brought was a lighter, and you burn it. It's like made out of grass.
This fucking broke the rules, man. Fucking aren't naked anymore.
You're like, the first night you're there with her, you're like, you're cuddling up because it's cold, and you're like, hey, I'm feeling a little lucky. You know, blow a little steam on your fingernails. And you're like, hey, you know, is there something I should be afraid of?
The show's called Naked and Afraid.
You got gonorrhea or something that I should be afraid of?
The first thing I'd make is some shoes, is what I'd make. Fuck that. He's trying to catch a bird. What are you gonna do with that bird? Eat that fucking thing?
The first thing I would do is start a fire, because they always wait till the last minute. They're like, oh shit, what if we can't light this bitch? I'd be like, man, you should have thought of this a long time ago, right after you collected water. Fire and water. And then a slingshot.
He finally catches a bird on day 20. There's only one day to go. I'd be like, fuck it, just let the bird go.
He catches a sparrow.
On day 20.
They don't even cook it. They just eat it whole. They're so hungry.
Just scarfs it down whole. Feathers and all.
He looked at her. Some feathers are coming out of his mouth. He's like, did you want some? You want some of that? Oh, my bad. Hey, well, I'll just feed you how birds feed. Then go. Come here, open your mouth. I'll give you some. You puking.
That's funny you should say that, because I heard that on TV the other day.
No way.
Yeah, he goes, I'll peek that thing up. I'll peek that cookie up right now and I'll cram it down your throat. And he's like, you're bird feeding me? He goes, you ain't bird feeding me, are you? He goes, you ain't gonna bird feed me. I was like, dude, that was so funny.
Right, I just thought of that on my own though. I'm a day late.
Yeah, that's already been on a funny show that I watch now, because I binge watch shit now that I have Netflix. Fucking binge watching's weird, dude. It's like, you watch a whole fucking season of a show.
Wait, and speaking of shows, we gotta get caught up, man. I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance yet. Well, what happens is I get home at 8 or whatever, and you're in bed.
Yeah.
That's what fucks it up.
I know. I'm living in the good part of the country. You're living in the fucked up part.
Well, it's
fucked up.
You lost 2 hours, man. Every day. Every day you gotta get up earlier than me.
Dude, it's hard, dude. When you're not used to living on the East Coast, fucking, your whole schedule gets fucking jacked.
I know, you gotta get different colored clothes. You gotta get a blue bandanas.
I mean, the news here is on at 11 o'clock. I don't know what time it's on there. But
you mean my time or dog time?
I'm talking 11 o'clock at night, and then fucking everything's later, and then everything just seems to start earlier. It's like you never get any sleep.
If there was no sun, would we even know what time it was?
Yeah. Would we even have time if there was no sun?
You're like, it's bedtime. Why? It's dark out. Well, what difference does that make? I'd rather sleep when the sun comes up until it goes down, then wake up. Then they lynched you and called you a vampire.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't really be like third shift because it'd be daytime. It'd be like or it'd be just be nighttime all the time. It's
Right?
like living in Alaska or something.
Is there third shift anymore, or is there just first and second shift? No.
There's no
They
third shift.
they made two shifts because they're that greedy. They're like, you can work a couple more hours. I remember when I was young, if your dad worked more than 8 hours, it was like a fucking holiday. He brought home like ribbons. Now it's like you're expected to work that.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to work that? There's like 8 people out front with applications. Of course they don't speak English, but we don't give a fuck. That's about how it is. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I feel like saying like,
You have no idea about the immigrants till you live down where I live.
have you ever watched like some real Mexican movie? Are you there?
Yeah.
Like a movie, like you go to the Spanish channel and they're all rich on the movie and you're like, where are these rich motherfuckers with it? Like they ain't helping out with none of the bullshit like we do here. We should hold some of them accountable. The rich Mexican for a little more. I mean, but then what could we say? You know how many poor people are in America? It's like, hey, no one's gonna do shit about it.
Yeah, it seems weird that in our country we have people that are homeless. It's like,
And poor. They can't even eat. It's crazy.
yeah, when we have so much here, we're like,
We're throwing away more food they could feed them, but we're just, I don't have time to bring it over there.
we don't have time to give it to these people who are down here starving, just down there on the street, 20 feet away.
What are you doing after work, Paul? Well, I was going to take all the leftover pizzas that we didn't sell down to the mission, and I was going to pass them out. Yeah, I was going to do that too, but then this chick called me up and said, hey, let's go get a beer. Now we're going dancing. See you, Paul.
Here's what we do. Like, we're like, hey, why don't we give this extra food we got to poor people who are starving right now? Nah, how about we just throw it out instead?
Here's why they throw it out. We can't do that. We could get sued. Because if they get salmonella, our insurance company won't allow us to do that. Otherwise, you're throwing the good food away. You come out like a real pompous waiter with the towel, and he's got the tray, and he's got the big silver cover over the tray, and he walks out to the dumpster, and he opens it up, and there's like all kinds of nice food, and he dumps it into the dumpster. We don't have insurance to feed you. Okay, goodbye.
I can't feed you even though you're starving.
Because if they got sick, they could sue, and it's insurance. It's all about insurance.
We're fucked up here.
Look it up. I'm like, hey, they're just going to get it out of the dumpster. Anyway. But we're not liable for that. Actually, we're going to call the police, and we're going to have them arrested for vagrancy. Okay? Okay?
We should just make refrigerated dumpsters.
I keep telling them.
Where the dumpster is a refrigerator. It's like, it's a refrigerated dumpster. You just open the fucking door, get the food out. Just fucking refrigerated.
You're like, this is good. They come knock on the door and they complain. You know, this stuff's too cold. Could you turn it down? It's like the donuts are frozen. They come out. They complain about it being too cold. In the summer, they'd be loaded with people. All the garbage be laying outside the dumpsters. It'd be turned into like a little apartment.